A very good day and welcome to the Elora Fergus podcast. I'm Ryan Joyce.
And I'm Barbie Boy.
What a monstrous month.
In the best way. By the way, before we do anything, thank you for coming to the Monster Mash. How awesome was it?
How spooktacular was the mash? It was packed. There was lots of music. Everyone looked amazing. We saw Nosferatu in person.
Yes, we did.
Right?
Yes,
there was a couple really creative costumes. It's been a really busy month, and I personally, October is my favorite month. As you know, we've talked about this many times before, but there's just so much to do, and our community, I think, really shines in October.
Not only do we shine, but we play. Someone called me from Alberta who saw our video, one of our videos that we posted on social media, and they said, "Oh my gosh, all those people came out to a parade." I'm like, yeah, you don't have any idea how many people came out. So I want to take a minute, I think we both do, right, to congratulate Monster Month and Sensational Elora and Riverfest for putting on the other night. All the groups that worked so hard together, and of course you and I, for making such an incredible month.
Yeah, and I'm sure you remember with as much admiration as I do, as we were leaving Monster March, we chatted with two families, two groups of people, both from out of town. Both came just for the march. And it just really made me feel great, because look at the impact we're having in Ontario, not just our community, which just cherishes all of the things we do. Not us, you and me. A pat on your back episode. I'm talking about Monster Month. And it was just so happy that
and the houses again, great big thanks to Salem Frights, Daryl and his family, and to the Fergus House of Horrors, to Evan and Brandy and their family. It's just, and again, let's land on the word family before we move off of this. Everything is about family and community and neighbors and fun, and we do it great here in Centre Wellington. So great job, everyone.
And I have a genuine question. This is for you, of course, Barb, but it's also for our listeners, because you and I, Barb, you and I walk frequently together, a couple times a week, and as we wander around the community, we both were sort of taken aback at how many people really, really get into the Halloween festivities, decorating their houses. And so my question to you, our fellow listeners, thank you first of all for being here, but do you think the efforts of Monster Month and Tim Merton's inspiration has had an impact on like the energy, or do you think it would be just the same without?
Oh, Ryan, are you kidding? This is where I like do my crazy dance, or sorry, my happy dance that shows
Monster dance.
Let's see, it is outstandingly obvious that Tim Merton and all of the work since Tim Merton's ideas, I think it all affects this incredible month that we have here. 100%.
Yeah, I agree. And we just goes to show what kind of impact dedication, volunteerism, and giving back to the community can do. So
and great shows like yours, by the way. Let's not forget the magic.
We had two rolled out events at to kick it off, and the Awakening, and it was just a fantastic event. And we're so thankful for you, the listener, being here. We have a busy month in November, and that's what our goal here to talk about today is, sort of give you the inside scoops on what is to come. It's not quite as busy perhaps as October, which might be a relief, because this time of year is its own kind of busy, isn't it?
I also want to take a minute. Sorry, Ryan. I know that we have a lot to talk about, but the BIAs in Fergus and Elora, they've just been stepping it up. And I think it's really important to note that they are doing something all the time.
Yeah, that's a great point. And in fact, let's just plant a couple seeds, a little breadcrumbs for the future, shall we? Because in the future, we have a couple exciting discussions happening that you can tune into and get some insights on. One is, of course, a conversation with both the Fergus BIA and the Elora BIA, which, they work tirelessly in their own businesses, but then they volunteer on the side for all of the efforts they do year round. We also have some really unique interviews that I think you're going to be interested in learning about. We've been taking your feedback, and there's a lot of people really enjoyed our conversation with Tim Merton. Like the interest was high. Let's put it that way in many regards. And so we're going to reach out to a couple other individuals, or we already have, and scheduled interviews. So we want to try a couple different avenues of podcast interest that might intrigue your local desires. We'll keep it a little bit mystery like that for now, but some fascinating stuff to come, and I hope that you stay with us. So let's jump in to November, because November kicks off with a little remnants of a Monster Month, because the very first thing, of course, November 2nd is Soup Off. This is organized by Sensational Elora. There's going to be some familiar hosts at the Soup Off.
Who will that be?
I'm not exactly sure, but this is happening from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And this is going to be, of course, at the Wellington County Museum and Archives. This is a great way to spend your November 1st. It's a great way to give back to the community, supporting the Centre Wellington Food Bank, because, of course, the whole premise here is come enjoy one of the community chefs who have prepared a soup, purchase a bowl from local artisans, and support the food bank in your efforts. It's a really great afternoon. You have hosted many
Yeah, I
years.
have. And it's important to note that this is the first also. Traditionally, this happens on Thanksgiving Sunday. And this is the first time, or Sunday or Monday, I can't remember, but this is the first time that it's been moved to after Thanksgiving. So we're really excited about that. It is, as you said, the first Sunday in November, but there's always great entertainment. And to your point, we're going to be there this year, and we'll be voting on soups, and everybody who's there gets to put a ballot in to vote for their top 3 soups. So make sure you come along.
Yeah, it's going to be a great event, and we will see you there. If you're coming and you hear us, make sure to say hi.
But I have a problem.
What's your problem, Barb?
Clock goes back that day. Like, are we going to be working?
Oh, Lordy. That's right. 2 a.m. on November 2nd. Your reminder that your clocks go back. I have a genuine question.
Sure. Oh, I know where you're going.
Do you think changing the clocks is relevant in
Well,
2025?
I got to say, I'm going to try and do this quickly because we've never talked about this, but they were originally invented for harvesting reasons and farming reasons. And we know that our technology nowadays, blah, 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 is better. But I think our farmers still appreciate the added time. So for that respect only, and in that respect only, I mean, I'd have to say, yeah, it's a thing we have to keep as long as we're serving our farmers, who ultimately always serve us.
And I'll say no. I think we should get rid of it. As someone who's an early bird and gets up, I recognize that I get a little bit more sun in the morning, so I do appreciate that. But it's also like it takes you like a week and a bit to acclimate to
No,
1
I'm
hour.
absolutely not. I don't buy. I see. We are totally up. I lived in the Dominican, and they fought. They turned it on. They turned it off. They turned it on. They turned it off. And I'm telling you, people didn't show up for work for like 10 days. I'm like, dude, you stay up an hour late every couple of months. So I don't know. As much as I love you, I don't know that I buy that. It takes that long to get used to it. But
Oh, it absolutely does. Listen,
you
we
gotta ask
can
our
settle this. Our faithful listeners, you let us know in a social media post
We got to do a video about that too, and make sure we ask them.
what you think. Coming up on November 6th to the 9th, this is something I hope I can attend, but I've got my own little adventure coming up. This is the Elora Adventure Film Festival, and this is going to be celebrating the spirit of adventure through film in the most beautiful town in Ontario. This is the first annual year for this, and
I'm
I'm
going to see Adam
excited for
Schultz.
them. What's that? Sorry?
I'm going to see Adam Schultz on November 8th. I'm going to see him. He's amazing. He's like this.
I am excited. It's in multiple venues. They're going to be
Yeah.
hosting events at the Gorge Cinema, the Elora Center for the Arts, and the St. John's Anglican Church. And audiences of all ages are invited to be entertained, moved, and inspired by the power of film. So do check that out. And if you want a good laugh, on the 7th of November, Friday, at 8 p.m. at the Royal Canadian Legion in Fergus, Ontario.
He can't be as funny as you and I, though. Wait a minute. There's a big difference.
Damn good comedy show. Royal Canadian Legion.
You guys see Ryan's face right now. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm laughing. November 7th at 2 to 8 p.m. Of course, the Legion, for those that might not be familiar, the Legion hosts events every month.
Yeah, more than every month. Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, they're always got something good on. So do check out the both legions.
I'll be doing, there's two other things I forgot to mention. I'll be doing a fashion show there, watching a fashion show there, which will be amazing, put on by the ladies from Studio Boutique. They're doing a fashion show there as well. And let's do November 11th, and then I'll add one to November 19th.
Yeah, well, November 11th, as we know, is a big day. So there's a couple things to note. Obviously, the Remembrance Day ceremony takes place 11 a.m. on November 11th at the Wellington County Museum and Archives. It's a really beautiful site. If you've never been on museum grounds during November, it's filled with crosses with poppies for all of the individuals in Centre Wellington who served in the war and lost their lives. And it's a really powerful scene. You know, the imagery of the museum on the slope and the hill, it's amazing. So 11 a.m., of course, the Legion will be there.
Before, don't forget, we go and light them up. So those of us who want to help light some candles, please make sure you show up then. Also really important. And also, in regards to November 11th, there's a couple of sidebars here. On October 31st, across the street from the museum, right at the trailhead there, we're putting up the very first peace pole in Centre Wellington. Really big idea to honor and recognize the need for peace, perhaps now more than ever. So please make sure you're there, 3 o'clock, October 31st. And that is also the day that the poppy campaign starts. And that means get out there and buy your poppies. Please, now they're taking taps. I know that me and mine are selling over a couple of shifts. We'll be at the LCBO selling poppies. But please, final rule, you're not supposed to wear them after November 11th. So I know people wish they or want to and like to, but the unofficial rules and guidelines say wear them all you want up until November 11th, and then please remove them and then start up again on October 31st next year.
Yeah, and remember, as you walk in and out of your local business that might have someone there canvassing for Poppy Day, if you got some extra change in your pocket, or as you're saying now, they do accept digital payments. Is that what I'm understanding?
And you can tap.
There you go. So that is, listen, folks, we're the year 2005.
Yeah. Okay.
Conan O'Brien reference for those that might not
I
be.
missed it.
On November 28th, we have.
Wait. I got something in between. I forgot to tell you in our pre-interview. So the 19th is the CWOW, Collaborative Women of Wellington County, are hosting Build Your Own Holiday Planter. So you can get more information on the Chamber of Commerce website. And the fashion show I was talking about that is donating money to the food bank is at the Legion on the 21st. So those are two events I forgot to mention.
Can you tell me a little bit what CWOW is?
Yeah, Collaborative Women of Wellington County. It's an arm of the Chamber of Commerce. I'm honored to sit on the team there that does this. And we reach out to other women in businesses, those of us who own small businesses, and support one another. And our goal is to engage and to mentor and to inspire the future generations of young female entrepreneurs and to support those who are already doing the hard work today.
That sounds fantastic. And that is on November
19th, but get your information on the Chamber of Commerce.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Well, for those of you who might have the youngins, the kiddos, day on November 28th, just so you know, to be aware that there's going to be a professional activities day. So find your arrangement.
Because every month has to have something.
It sure does. And speaking of somethings, on the 29th, Saturday, 6:15 to 7:15 is the ho ho ho.
It's the Elora Parade, Elora Santa Claus Parade. Lions take care of that. And we'll talk a little bit about the Fergus one on our next month's podcast, but be there or be square. That's one where they always light up. It's so much fun. I'm going to have a different co-host with me this year, which
that's right.
It breaks my heart, Ryan.
I will be saying hi at Christmas time from 30-degree weather, but I'm not bragging. And I remember, we covered this, as you know, our listeners are maybe don't know. Well, we used to cover all these events for various local TV networks. And I remember being here last year or maybe the year before, and it was like -20.
Both. We were freezing.
It was unbelievably chilly. So always look ahead, look at the forecast, but do come out. It's a really great way to get the kids into the Christmas spirit. And that is around the corner, but we will save all of those Christmassy things for the next episode.
Fabulous.
This has been a great episode. We sure do hope. Listen, we have a big favor. Make sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and follow us on social media. We're going to be, you can find us on YouTube now. You can find us on, of course, Facebook and Instagram. We've doubled down on the IG, as it were. And
drum roll.
Yeah.
You can find us on TikTok now, too.
That's right, where we won't be talking about podcast stuff. We're just doing dances. That's it.
Kind of like the one you did with your poll for the.
That's right. And if you don't know what we're talking about, follow us on social media. This has been a fantastic episode. My name is Ryan Joyce.
I'm Barbie Boy, and have a great day.